Now for this, we welcome back retired Major General Dr. Rajan Kochhar. Thank you very much, Major General Dr. Kochhar, for staying with us throughout. As Minister has highlighted, democratizing AI in India is a goal for the world, and the 38,000 GPU he has highlighted for student. And how important is the cooperation between academia and AI industry for India right now?
Thank you, Subha. I think this is a milestone because the future of technology, as far as I can see, is in artificial intelligence as well as quantum computing. And these are the two areas, along with machine learning, which are going to make a great difference to the technology transformation in India. And technology transformation is a whole of India approach. You can't work in silos. You can't actually work in segmentation. So you'll have to have a very, very close collaboration between the academia, the industry, and the government, because these are the three main pillars as far as your AI is concerned. Because from where this technology will come, academia will play a very important role in identifying various algorithms, which languages, learning models. As the minister has also mentioned, the 8 critical areas I see where the industry and the academia can come together is the energy and compute area, the infrastructure and the cloud systems, the models, and especially the foundation models we are talking about here. Then application and solutions. If you see this present AI summit, a large number of startups have displayed their stalls here. So I think the future of AI lies in small packets, and the small packets I mean are these startups, and not in huge industries like Microsoft and Infosys and things like this. The future of our country lies in this startup, and these startups are a basis of human capital and skills. And I think that is also one of the layers of AI, and and it has a huge social impact. And also we are talking about UPI and the public services into this domain. So from a generative AI, today we have to move to the agentic AI. And how do we move to the agentic AI? Because to simplify it, agentic AI is where your entire command and control systems shifts to the machines. It means that there is a zero human involvement in the entire process, because right now in generative AI, the last point or the final decision rests with the human aspect. But now with the agentic AI also coming into play, you will find these things happening. So I think technology is the future. We are lacking in all these systems which the minister was mentioning, that these are the areas where the gaps are there, and the academia and the industry and the government, all three have to come together. And my last point is that in case you want any thing to be a success, a certain amount of hand holding is required. And with the startups especially, we need to do some hand holding and try to build up this industry on a China model. The way China does hand holding of its startups, right from the womb to the tomb concept. So we'll have to take into account the womb to the tomb concept and try to give an impetus to our young students and our young researchers to come up with these kind of solutions.
Right. Thank you for highlighting that. And Major General Doctor, talking about holding hands and moving forward towards one goal, how is this cooperation between France and India going to be an important layer for this in AI for India and Asia, South Asia as well?
You see, France is one country which is quite advanced in technology, and that is why India needs to take note of it, that getting into a strategic partnership with or upgrading this strategic partnership, as was mentioned in today's newspaper. This upgrading of this strategic partnership is very important, because we have already identified the areas where we have to collaborate with France. The basic areas being energy sector, uh, technology sector, and the defense cooperation. So, if you take these things into account, and also we have this innovation partnership now with France, and this sort of innovation is the need of the hour. So, both these countries, I think, can get together. India is looking for joint ventures. India is looking for France to come and invest in India, take up a collaboration, and for example, Saffron and Tata Advanced Systems are coming together to manufacture hammer missiles in India. So I think that is also a very, very large step which has been taken by the government, because, right, unless we indigenize and unless we manufacture in our own country, the second important aspect with France is the MRO, maintenance, repair, and overall agreements, where this base is going to be set up in India. So whatever we equipment we buy from France in terms of Rafale, in terms of Mirage, or in terms of any other kind of systems, they are going to be maintained, repaired, and overall in India. So I think that is one important aspect where the supply chain resilience comes into play, and most of these factors are taken care of. Even we can avoid the sanction regime also in times to come, like something like CARTSA from the US was imposed on India when we went for the S-400 systems from Russia. So once we start manufacturing all this in India, and France is a window of opportunity we have, and we must cash on this particular aspect as of now.
Yes. And you also highlighted another thing, which was the gaps that exist today. So talking about those gaps, how crucial will it be for India to maintain this momentum and making sure that further brain drain doesn't occur? And the amazing bright talents for India that India invests on, like in IIT across India, etc. They are able to stay in India, get a good job in India, good paying job in India, and give back to India and pass that on.
This is the crux of the problem, Asuma, which you have identified, because unfortunately we are not able to retain our talent in the country. We are these because enough of job opportunities are not being made available. Firstly, secondly, we don't cater to the requirements of this high-tech industry, because there the demands is a good environment to actually work on, availability of funds, and good salaries, because ultimately these are the factors, as we Maslow's hierarchy of needs, if we actually study that. So these are these important needs which we'll have to fulfill of our young researchers and scientists, and avoid making them actually go outside. So I think the first and foremost aspect starts from making our education system more responsive to technology, because today we are following a rote system, and we tend to emphasize on theory, more on theory, and less on application. So I think in times to come, India will have to take a large call. NEP 2020 is there, but it's not taking off. So we have to think with greater clarity in our application-based learning. Second is upskilling as far as artificial intelligence is concerned, because technology changes very fast, and it doesn't wait for anybody, because every year we have a new iPhone. So we have to continuously upskill ourselves. For that, we need better infrastructure in this country and a better educational focus. Because most of these industries have, or your educational institutions have become your commercial, and therefore, yes, you have to be commercial, but at the same time, don't compromise on your quality standards and your certification, because these certifications are extremely important and they have to be very, very strictly enforced, because unfortunately I'm seeing everybody is able to get a certification without being qualified to actually get that. So we need to get into this uh, uh, a zero-sum game. The entire thing has to be analyzed in this manner to ensure that there is an all-round effort to bring about this effort, outcomes.
Yes, 100% we will be eyeing that. Thank you very much, Dr. Major General, for highlighting that. We'll be cutting across once again to the AI Summit, as there will be another talk statements.
Capabilities of most humans for most things. We're increasingly close to what I've called a country of geniuses in a data center, a set of AI agents that are more capable than most humans at most things and can coordinate at superhuman speed. That level of capability is something the world has never seen before and brings a very wide range of both opportunities and concerns for humanity. On the positive side, we have the potential to cure diseases that have been incurable for thousands of years, to radically improve human health, and to lift billions out of poverty, including in the global south, and create a better world for everyone. On the side of risks, I'm concerned about the autonomous behavior of AI models, their potential for misuse by individuals and governments, and their potential for economic displacement. India has an absolutely central role to play in these questions and challenges, both on the side of the opportunities and on the side of the risks. As a sign of our commitment, we just this week opened an office in Bengaluru and hired Irina Ghosh, who has spent 3 decades building businesses in India as our managing director for Anthropic India. We've also announced partnerships with major Indian enterprises this week, including Infosys and others. On the opportunities, one dynamic that we have observed is that technology and practices pioneered in India have historically set a standard for the global south and have helped to diffuse technology and humanitarian benefits through the global south. We're therefore we have been partnering with for several months, nonprofits such as the XStep Foundation, Pratham, and Central Square Foundation to use our models to advance digital infrastructure, education, agricultural efficiency, and health, in the hopes of spreading AI's benefits across the global south, starting with India and diffusing out to the rest of the global south. We're also partnering with Karya and the Collective Intelligence Project to build evaluations and metrics of our model Claude's performance on India's many regional languages. On practical and locally relevant tasks, we'll benchmark like agriculture, legal tasks, and educational content. On the risks, India is the world's largest democracy and can be a partner and leader in addressing the global security and economic risks of the technology. We'd like to work with India on testing and evaluation of models for safety and security risks in the tradition that was started by many global and national AI security institutes that have been stood up around the world. Even more, we see a particularly strong opportunity to work with India on studying the economic questions as part of the New Delhi Frontier AI Impact Commitments, which we're excited to join. As part of our Anthropic Economic Futures Program and Anthropic Economic Index, we publish statistical insights into how AI impacts jobs in the economy. We're excited to increasingly share this information, exchange information with the Indian government to share insights and inform evidence-based policymaking, convene meetings with economists, labor leaders, and policymakers to adjust, to adapt to the economic impacts of AI. We believe that AI will greatly grow the economic pie, including in India and the global south, but that because it is happening so fast, it may lead to a time of disruption. And we need to work together between companies and the government to better manage that time of disruption and bring better prosperity smoothly to all. I and Anthropic are very grateful to be part of all these efforts, and I'm honored to be here and working on these questions with all of you.